New York Knicks picked up a dub tonight against the Washington Wizards, and it was led by star forward Obi Toppin, who had 35 points on 14 of 22 shooting. But what impressed me most from Obi was his 6 of 9 from 3. Why did it take this long for the Knicks to unleash the beast in Obi Toppin? Like, let's be real here. We drafted him 2 years ago because he was NBA ready, and we didn't play him. We didn't give him a chance, and now we are, and he's a freaking monster. I mean, Obi Toppin is looking like the greatest player in Knicks history. Okay, I'm kidding, but he does look like a star, man, and I can't wait to see more from Obi tonight. I also want to give a shout out to Emmanuel Quickly, who had 23, 10, and 6. You guys know I'm not changing my mind on Quickly. I feel like he's a perfect six-man. I'm not trying to compare him to J.R. Smith because he can do a lot of things that J.R. Smith couldn't do. A lot of things. I mean, love me some J.R. Smith, but I mean, Quickly, remember, this guy's in his 21. Looks like it. He's super young, obviously, in his sophomore season. He slumped the first couple of months, but since March, he has looked like a star. And that's his role. That's definitely his role. Is coming off of the bench. He can play over 30 minutes and score and distribute the ball. But let's not try to turn Emmanuel Quickly into the starting point guard because to me, he's more of a two guard. I mean, I know he had 10 assists, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he's still a two guard. I mean, he could play the point guard because he's extremely talented, but right now we've got something going in Quickly and Toppin. We also have a player to build around in RJ Barrett, who this season definitely needs to work on his efficiency, but we know at times that he can be absolutely unstoppable and that he's not afraid of the moment. I mean, he came out of Duke and then he goes to the Knicks, so I mean, it doesn't get much more difficult than that, bro, to play for Duke and then to play for the New York Knicks. Expectations are surreal. Of course, Taj Gibson is still in this rotation, which that Taj Gibson's bad, but he's old, and I don't know why he's getting 23 minutes. I get 10, but like 23 minutes doesn't make a lot of sense here. But Jericho Sims, obviously, Mitchell Robinson is most likely on his way out of New York. I'd love to have Mitch back, but we're getting a glimpse of a 22-year-old Sims who, don't get me wrong, he's not the most ready player right now. I'm not saying that the Knicks are going to go on a run next season with Sims. That would just be lying to you guys. But there's something there, and we're trying to figure out what it is. And again, Sims blocked 2 shots tonight, threw in a steal, 6 and 9, also threw in 3 assists. Good game for Sims. I like what I'm seeing out of that kid. And then Alec Burks, who's been our most consistent player all season, was 1 of 9 tonight from the field, played 33 minutes, and didn't really matter because the Wizards didn't have it tonight. But nonetheless, moving forward, I would like to see Obi start. No more Randall. Whatever. I kind of want Robinson back if it's a team-friendly deal. But let's just say we lose Robinson. Well, we could probably sign and trade him to the Mavs and get Jalen Brunson. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys don't want De'Aaron Fox. I'm not going to talk about that every single video because it's going to get old. If it already hasn't, it probably already has. Kind of old. I made 2 videos on him, and I talk about him like every video. So let's just scratch that. Let's say that we end up trading Mitchell Robinson for Jalen Brunson. So now we've got Jalen Brunson, Obi Toppin, RJ Barrett, Jericho Sims. Actually, hold on. No. The New York Knicks, hypothetically speaking, they just landed a top 4 pick. Let's get crazy here. 7% chance that happens. It won't happen, but let's just say it does. We're going to draft Jaden Ivey, man. And we're going to run. I think we would bring Brunson off the bench. We're not drafting a. Yeah, we definitely would be starting him. So it would be Ivy, RJ Barrett, and then I don't think Fournier. I mean, Fournier to that point would probably be starting. I don't really want to start Fournier moving forward. Do you guys think we would put RJ at the 3? I don't really want to do that. Brunson, Ivy could play the 2. We've got to have Ivy at the 1 though, man. I mean, it would be Ivy, RJ. Obi would be at the 4, Sims at the 5, and the 3 would be, I guess, Evan Fournier. I mean, that team right there would not be great, but also it saves us the trouble of having to go out and trade for a Damian Lillard or trade for a De'Aaron Fox. Because what if we actually did draft Ivy and it was him and RJ, and then we end up going out and bringing in a star big man? Jericho Sims, I like him a lot, but he's not gonna. I don't think he'll be a star. I mean, I'm not saying like maybe Karl-Anthony Towns or someone like that, but like if we had a star big man to pair with RJ and Jaden Ivey, and then you have Obi there and a shooter, I mean, dude, that team would be scary good. The New York, I mean, obviously that is a huge stretch to say that we're getting Ivy, and that like it's a massive stretch, but I mean, the point being is that this isn't the New York Knicks going out there and having to spend a bunch of money or send a bunch of players at half a season for Melo when they could have just waited to the offseason. I mean, if the New York Knicks waited to the offseason to trade for Melo back when he wanted to go to New York, we probably would have won a ring because we had a lot of depth there, bro. I mean, remember, like, you go back to like the 2009 New York Knicks. I mean, bro, we had a squad. So unfortunately, it didn't work out. But now we honestly, I mean, we don't really need to go out and trade for like Dame or Fox. I guess we could ride with quickly and see where that train ends up going. But still, man, I'm just happy that good things have happened to the Knicks this season. It wasn't just a complete waste of a year. We've seen quickly look like a star. We've seen Obi Toppin break out. Jericho Sims, we found him in the second round. Alec Burks has played great this year. Sure, he's older than most players on the team, but he's still been our best player, statistically speaking. Evan Fournier has been an amazing find. Please, guys, don't go out there and try to move Evan Fournier. No, he's been good for us, and I love having him here on the team. RJ Barrett has shown flashes. I think RJ at minimum is a player to build around. I'm not talking about championships, but just someone to build around and win games. At most, he's a number 2 option, superstar player that you could pair next to a guy like a Jaden Ivey. And I mean, Ivey, RJ Barrett, and a big man. I mean, assuming that Ivey ends up becoming like Dwayne Wade or John Morant, because if he becomes anywhere near John Morant, absolutely the Knicks will have a chance at a championship because they've got a bunch of young players around them. So, and then, outside of that, man, like Miles McBride, I like him. I mean, Mitch has definitely improved this season, but we don't know if he's a part of the future. I mean, you can't discredit a guy like a Quentin Grimes. I like what we got in him from the draft. But yeah, outside of that, man, it was a good win. Friday Night Knicks, always a good night. One of my favorite things like in the world is Friday Night Knicks, dude. There's just a different vibe to it. I'm gonna miss the games, man. I'm really gonna miss watching the Knicks, and I appreciate you guys for being here. Knicks Daily, bro. We on the way up right now. I might make a Yankee video tomorrow. We ended up, well, I shouldn't say we because I'm not a Yankee fan, but I am a Knicks fan. I know I mentioned that I wasn't a Knicks fan in one video. I'm not like a diehard Knicks fan. I love the Knicks, but that's why I said I wasn't really a Knicks fan. But I definitely like the Knicks and grew up a Knicks fan. So I live in Connecticut. If anyone cares, probably not. But yeah, the Yankees, they did pick up a win in extra innings against the Boston Red Sox. And honestly, the Yankees looked kind of scary right now. I would not want to see them if I was an opposing team. But yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Knicks Daily. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe. If you made it to the end of the video, go down below and comment Jamal Crawford. Comment Jamal Crawford, the freaking legend himself, man. Peace.